All right, right when you guys are.
Any injury update on Quiddy and/or Kenny?
They won't practice today, but we'll see how the week progresses. Yeah.
So you don't anticipate either guys like a long-term issue? It sounds like they're in the
yeah,
mix.
We'll see though. Yeah.
Okay.
Is Dallas Myers going to practice?
Should, yeah.
Shane, what TJ Watt, like when you're offense game planning for him, how cognizant do you have to be snap in, snap out?
Very. The guy is a phenomenal football player. He's always around the ball. He's got a relentless motor. He plays 100 miles an hour on every snap, so we got to have a plan for him. They're playing good defense right now. I know it's 3 games in, but I think they're only giving up like 8.5 points a game or something. So it'll be a heck of a challenge. I know our guys are fired up for the challenge going against them. So it'll be fun come Sunday.
They obviously have a lot of good players, but what's kind of the hallmark of their defense when you watch it? What is the thing that sticks out?
I think physical. They're really physical. It starts up front, obviously, with Watt. Hayward's been doing it for a long time. You know, getting Queen over from Baltimore is a good player. Porter's playing good on the outside. Jackson, Minka on the back end. They got really good football players, and they've been doing it there for a long time. Mike Tomlin, I got a lot of respect for him and what he's done there in his career for sure.
With Tomlin, just what about his program, or just what can you tell has led to the amount of consistent success he's had?
I think the culture he's created there, just over and over again. I don't think he's had a losing season there since he's been there, and that's a credit to him and what he's done and the players that they bring in to that organization. They've done a phenomenal job.
Shane, what is Jason Dean doing?
He's got an ankle. Yeah.
You guys got a little bit of a look at Justin Fields last summer, having some success with the Steelers now. What's kind of been a big difference for him, whether it's like something they're catering him in the offense?
Yeah.
What's been the difference?
I can't speak on that because I'm not around it, you know what I mean? But he is playing good ball right now. They're doing a good job offensively and defensively. He's playing good.
Tomlin said the other day that, you know, it's not just that they have to defend Taylor, that you guys are doing a good job with making them defend Richardson. Is that maybe why it seems like he hasn't had a ton of design runs because the defenses are making him give?
Yeah, it just depends on the concepts that we have up, right? Zone read stuff. You got to read a defensive end. You got to read a linebacker, whatever it may be. You know what I mean? Instead of just call design run sometimes.
Shane, I think your points on why Anthony's accuracy numbers aren't where they were last year.
I don't know. It's early. You know, we're 3 games into this thing. We're continuing to work through that. But he's going to have a hell of a practice week and look forward to him on Sunday.
Shane, AR seemed to be pretty down after what happened on Sunday. Obviously, had to win, but he felt like his play could be better. As a coach, what are you doing to try to, he's a young player, to keep him motivated, to keep, looking forward?
Yeah, no doubt. It's a long season. We're only 3 games into this thing. You know what I mean? Confidence level stays high. Shoot, we just won a football game. It's hard to win in this league, and you continue to grow every single week, man, and feed the confidence, man. Feed the positive every single day. Go out and have great practices, great meetings, and then you go perform on Sundays.
Shane, I know you talked about AR working on things in practice. Like, does that look different for like the different quarterbacks, like different little periods, like based on what their skill set is, or what does the practice look like when you hear that?
Just as far as individual stuff, or what are you talking
like
about?
I guess when like Anthony's gonna work through things in practice this week, what does that look like from a day-to-day perspective?
Yeah, I mean, we go through, Cam does a great job in individual, going through footwork stuff, and then it carries over into the team drills, and we work those things every single day, right? It's the footwork, right? It's the process going through your footwork, your drop, all those things, and getting those better every single day.
Where's the line when you get in season of wanting to, if you feel like the fundamentals need to improve, drilling those, but at the same time, getting ready for that specific opponent you're talking about?
Yeah, no doubt. I think that individual time, we added some individual time a couple of weeks ago, just getting those things not just for him but for everybody. You know what I mean? Working on the fundamentals, the details, because you can't lose sight of that during a football season. I mean, that's what wins and loses football games, and that's for everybody.
We just talked about those quote unquote design runs, but whether you use them or not, do you feel like his presence matters? Just the threat to the defense, whether you use them or not. How much do you think that matters?
Absolutely. When you got that, when you give a quarterback and run right, it puts stress on the defense for sure. So we always look at those things every week to see if they're up and how they fit and how the defenses are playing it and the design runs or whatever they may be.
Like the defense is accounting for it, I guess is what I'm saying. You have to feel, I assume, that the defense is accounting for it, whether you use it or not, because it is out there and he has that ability.
Absolutely. They got to prepare for it.
Yeah.
There's no question about it. You know what I mean? So that's how it goes.
Sure. What have you seen for your line and protection through the first 2 weeks?
They've been phenomenal. I mean, they're doing a hell of a job, both in the protection and the run game, setting the edges on the outside, good pass sets, keeping that pocket firm inside. They're playing at a very high level right now, which we're excited about.
Shane, along that line with when you have a TJ Watt, doesn't he kind of force you gotta get the tight ends or people involved with help. You can't just leave people on their own.
Yeah, you gotta have a plan. You gotta have a plan for them, for sure.
Do you have a plan for them?
I hope
You will.
so.
Jay,
Better.
with the O-line, some of the finishing, like the finishing of plays that they're doing, just what does that speak to their mentality and how they're?
Yeah, I think Tony, going back to Tony, he does a phenomenal job with those guys. And those guys take a lot of pride in finishing runs and getting to the second level and getting out in space, whether we have pullers and getting up on guys and finishing guys in those runs to create those holes for JT to hit those big home runs. And I think it's a credit to those guys too, just all the different looks that you could get and adjusting on the fly with line movements and blitzes and all those different things. They've been doing a hell of a job, handling all that stuff.
Shane, I know all of you are confident in AR becoming more accurate, but why him specifically? Why do you believe that can't happen with him?
Because of the person he is, the way he works. He comes in every day, he's ready to roll. Man, he puts a lot into it. And I think with time, a lot of people don't see the work, right? It's all done in the dark in here, right? And then it's at some point, it just you keep working, and that stuff comes to light for everyone to see.
Shane, you got an undefeated team coming to town, just picked up your first win. What are you telling your guys as they get prepared for this big moment this weekend?
You got to prepare to win the game. That's what it is. You got to prepare to win the game and have the will to win the game. But I think preparing to win the game is the most important. But if you add the will to win, then it becomes scary. But it all starts with the preparation during the week to get it done on Sunday.
Shane, just a little bit of a diversion. We were looking at some numbers, and I guess passing numbers are down a little bit so far. There's only 3 weeks, I know.
Yeah.
But at the same time, the rate of too high is up, I think, at a record rate. The way defenses have adjusted to the passing era we're in. What has that give and take been like, do you think? And do you think there's
Yeah, like you said, I think
there?
it's a small sample size right now. But again, you look at around the league year in and year out, the explosive plays, right? That's kind of how the points go up. And I haven't watched every defense around the league, but if the shell defenses are up, obviously they're not trying to give up the explosives. Right now is probably the main reason.
Okay.
Grant Stewart, how does he keep earning a spot on the team? And what does he give you? And I'm sure behind the scenes, just what does he like to have in the building?
He's a phenomenal person. Practices as hard as you can practice every single day, every rep, every walkthrough rep. I mean, he is 110 miles an hour all the time, and it shows up on game day. And he kind of leads that special teams crew, and he's made a name for himself around the league, obviously on special teams, but phenomenal to have him.
Shane, it would have been a long field goal, but you guys didn't take that one with Matt on, I think, 56.
Yeah.
Are you good with them at that distance, given the injuries, or?
Yeah, it was just one of those deals where we were 4th and 3 right there. It felt good about going for it in that situation. That's always like the fringe area. You know what I mean? You got to make a decision there, and went ahead and went for it there, and obviously it didn't convert.
Shane, what's it like to have a running back like JT who can make you right, even if it isn't like the right call or whatever, or make you more right if it is the right call to take it?
Great, man. Great players make great coaches. So he's a phenomenal player. Make you miss. I mean, we've talked about the vision, the speed, the power. Just very fortunate to have him on our team for sure.
Will Fries is kind of the under the radar guy of the offensive line. He's grading out really well this year. How have you seen his growth from last year to now?
One thing that stands out about Will to me is his toughness. I mean, he is as tough as it gets. I mean, in that group too, being around Q and Ryan and Braden and Bernie, those guys are a tight-knit group, and that's what you want at the offensive line group. And Fries is doing a hell of a job. Obviously, he's been playing really good for us.
Shane, when you mentioned you're not too sure what the accuracy issues are yet for AR, you just need to watch it more. Do you need more time with it to be able to understand that?
Yeah, like I said, I think it's just so early. You know what I mean? I mean, he's got to keep playing, right? We talk about developing players in this league, and it's keep playing, getting more reps and reps and reps, and that stuff will come.
Shane, just how big was it for the rush defense to have a game like it had against the Bears?
It was big, obviously, having that bounce back game and holding it to what it was, 63 or 65 yards. We just got to continue that trend, have that mentality, fit our gaps, play with fundamentals, technique, and swarm with the football for sure.
Shane seemed a little chaotic there at the end with Chicago and that onside kick, whether they're going to do it or not.
Yeah.
Do you want Anthony to bring that ball out? Or?
Yeah, that's on me. Should have never happened.